My bad. So did you
What
meet
was I
Olsen?
saying? Bro, yeah, yeah.
How was he?
Bro, all of that, bro, like literally. So I've been working at the visitors clubhouse. I'm the guy. I have to scan all the media badges and
Hmm.
shit, make sure everybody's good to get over there.
Right.
And so what I've done, well, I'm nice, so I know Barry, the guy who usually is over there. He grabs the door and opens up the door and lets play, for the players to walk in and shit. This is elders courtesy. They say thank you and
Right.
shit. You
Right.
know what I mean? So cool as fuck, bro. I love working at the visitors clubhouse because I meet all the different players, bro. Like I actually working that side better. I meet all the ones that come into town and shit.
Nice,
So
man.
it's like, dude, it's cool. I met coaches. The one day I was working at the visitors clubhouse, Reggie Jackson walked up, bro. I was like, holy shit. I met Reggie
Damn.
Jackson,
Nice.
bro.
That's
My
goals.
jo- I'm not going, bro. My job is hella cool. Like I meet people like I can't really. I guess I don't. I could probably do a podcast about this shit, but they'll probably fire me later.
Nah. How's Olsen? Is he a tall dude, right?
He's about my size.
Is he
He's a
really?
little short. I feel like Olsen's like 6'1", bro. I feel
No
like he's not
way.
that tall. I was standing up. I'm like, bro, he's not as tall as he's not that tall, bro.
Okay.
Yeah.
Who's I guess the biggest question would be who was a dick. There's got to be some players that just don't. None. They're all cool.
No, they're the visiting teams. The Giants players are more dicks yeah, they're
Sounds about
more.
right. It sounds about
Maybe
right.
it's because they're at home. They're at
Nah,
home.
nah. They're
When people are on the road, they're cordial. And they're like, hey, we're coming into your spot. They're kind of like, and it's cool to see all these different players from different parts of the country and the world.
right.
They all come together to play, and they all bond, and that like, but it's respect, bro. It's dope. It's dope to
Oh,
see that.
especially when you get
I'm
paid that
so,
much money
bro.
to play a
I was
game,
like,
man.
God, bro, to play the game that you love, brother. I was like, man,
That's why.
uh,
That's
pardon
why
me,
though.
but
If you're
but
a
it's
wrestling
cool to
fan
be
though,
around it. That's why I love my job, bro.
bro,
Honestly,
I don't know why I went from a fan of Sammy to just I don't want to see him do the same. What are we calling it? Like the Hulkamania, hulking up, like the Sammy. Just
yeah,
it's the same shit every time. It's
the
like
underdog from the
Cena.
underground, bro. Yeah, I mean, but we know the gimmick now. I mean, but the thing about it, people don't know. So the thing about wrestling right now, I noticed wrestling got hot again. So it brought a lot of old school fans in because they know that Triple H is running it.
That's true.
They're hearing the stories about it, so they don't know the wrestlers. So they could run this same little routine right now for the next year because it got big after The Rock came back. So they're running on that little shit right now.
The Rock brought
They're
everyone
running on
back.
that right now.
They brought
Yes,
everything
sir.
back, big time.
Yes. So right now, because I remember I've been to some of the live events. James,
Hmm.
like, man, I just came. The motherfucker was like, hey, I came just because my friend invited me
Oh, of course, yeah.
to
Many
come
people are like
watch
that. Yeah,
WWE right now, and we used to watch it when we were kids. And Triple H is running like they were like all like
exactly.
they yeah exact why same thing we did.
True.
It's a nostalgia thing, bro.
It
That's
is.
why
It's always
I love that we're
nostalgia.
doing a nostalgia podcast, bro. Wrestling, it feels your inner child still, bro.
It does.
what's the craziest thing? Like I remember what the time when you invited me to WrestleMania,
Hmm.
because I had stopped watching wrestling at in like in 2002. I quit. That was it. I stopped watching.
I wasn't even watching either though. Like prior to us going, I was like,
Yeah.
you know what? I always wanted to go though.
No,
We
no.
always talked about
But I
going, so I was like, yeah,
stopped in 2002 though. Like literally, I stopped watching wrestling. Like I wasn't watching wrestling in 2004. I went to No Way Out. I wasn't even watching wrestling then. And Eddie Guerrero, I was there. I
right.
saw Eddie. I saw Eddie win. I wasn't watching wrestling, and my cousin invited me because he was still watching wrestling.
Hmm. That shit makes me sad sometimes when you're on Instagram, whatever it is, and you see the picture of the kid. I think I sent it to you guys, like the picture of the kids
Mm.
that are playing outside, and it says like
Yeah,
one day you didn't know this was gonna be the last time you guys all hung
that's how
out,
you,
or you didn't know
bro.
the moment
That
you were
shit,
living in video
bro.
games.
Yeah,
Shit
yeah.
hurts. because it ain't the same
That
no more.
shit hurt. You know what hurt me today? Yesterday, I just found, so the coach of the Braves, Snicker,
Mm-hmm.
he's been in that organization for 48 years.
Damn, that's a
He's
long
been a
time.
part of that organization. So he played for them. I actually met, so I was working outside. One of the dudes walked up to me. He's like, hey, man. So he's like, I actually used to be a pitcher for the Atlanta Braves back in like that in a,
Mm-hmm.
I was like, he said he actually used to, and he grew up in Fresno. He
Oh,
told me his
nice.
whole background. Like, but that's what I love about working at the ballpark. People who love baseball, people who come to the ballpark,
They love to talk about baseball. They love to talk about who they are.
it's the shit.
It
It's the
is.
shit, bro.
The
It's
people
the
people.
shit, bro. It's America. Yeah, America's pastime, bro. Like, I still love it. Like, I'm gonna be real. I hate watching it on TV.
It's different on TV. You got to be a fan to watch it on TV all the time. It's until playoff
I
comes.
like I could watch it. It's funny. I watch it on TV when I'm at work, but if I'm at home, no. Only time I watch baseball, I watch All Star Game, but I didn't watch it this year. I watched Home Run Derby
Mm-hmm.
every year. I watch playoffs. I watch playoff baseball. It's too many games
It's a
for me.
long season, man.
Football season is why I love football. That's the greatest fucking season there is.
It is.
Fucking
It's the most painful season though too, man. Because you get
it is.
somebody gets
It
hurt,
is.
you're fucked the whole season almost.
Yeah, but that's why.
It is. That's why. Yeah. Every game
That's
is.
why, and that's
I hate when they
everything
say
is
that.
every game is crucial,
They act like it's not. Oh, we could lose a couple games.
and they
No,
act like
no,
no, and they was
nah.
all like, oh, we added an extra game. It's crucial. Every game is crucial,
Mm-hmm.
bro.
They got to get rid of
That's
the
an extra game.
preseason
Little
though.
motherfucker get killed. Okay, I'm just playing. No, I'm just
You got to get
playing.
rid of
I'm
the
just kidding.
preseason though, for sure.
They, bro, they cut it into like what? It's 2 games this year now.
Now it's three. It's still three.
It's still 3. Okay,
But people be getting hurt
but
all the time.
in the preseason though, the people get hurt at practice. It was
That's true.
crazy.
We're talking about practice.
So just fuck practice. I was talking to Mariah. Well, Mariah's talking to one of her old friends that they lost contact and they got back into contact.
Mm-hmm.
Or I guess she reached out. It's cool though. I was like, man, and I told her the story about how we reached back, how we fell out
Mm-hmm.
after 8th grade, but we connected
Yeah.
after high school. So, but you know what's crazy? Every time I saw you in high school, it was no hate. Every time I see you, I'm like, what's up, bro?
Yeah. It's just
Remember that?
people drift apart.
We
They got
never
to find
stopped and
themselves.
talked. We never stopped and talked, but I would see you. I'm like,
Yeah. Of course. That's always.
but
It's going to be always. I mean, no matter what, it's part of
yeah,
growing up. It's part of
yes, sir.
finding who you are at the same time.
Hmm.
And then if it's meant to be, it's meant to be. So.
Yep. Yeah, bro, that's crazy. Remember when we talked, and then I know you went and had the whole, you went and lived, you had the married life early, bro.
Yeah,
So
and 80
you was
kids.
living the
Yeah.
man's life. And I'm not mad at that. You became a family man.
Exactly.
And I
Yeah.
know we were in 2 different lanes at that time. So
Mm-hmm.
I understand. Like, but then so you would take care of business. So
You got
but
to.
we came back, we reconnected and all that shit. But it was like nothing it was like nothing fell off, bro. It was right back to it, brother.
In a
That's how you
second.
know.
In a second. Yeah.
Yep. That's how you know it's real. I was like, man, kindergarten, like for life. You know what I'm saying? Hey, it's for
Life.
life,
But
brother.
yeah, that's the way it's always. I mean, even added
Yeah.
in our little group chat, which
Yep.
we're very innocent, by the way. Our group chat, you're about to get hacked and see. Oh shit, we're going to hell. Even adding my cousin on there,
Well,
brother-in-law.
everybody's gonna help. We talk about that all the time.
Oh, of
We
course.
all
Hey, but
yes,
it's out of love though. It's out of love.
yeah. It's out of love.
Yeah. So like one of the things that we've always talked about before, one of the things in wrestling, it's just like life. As you said, you go we find
You go
ourselves. You gotta
you
be
go
able
through
to
phases,
go phases, changes, and
change it.
that's actually the gist of being a wrestler as well. You got to be able to adapt. We talked about that many times, bro. Being able to
Yeah.
adapt, and you
Mm,
can't just keep being the same person. As much as you
yes.
love like Bret Hart, that was also his
Yep.
downfall. He was just the same character all the time, and
No.
he couldn't really adapt, unfortunately. And he tried to adapt. He tried to be better than he was until he got kicked in the fucking head by your second favorite
He
wrestler,
even
Bill
but
Goldberg.
hey, he didn't adapt. Like he didn't. It's funny. He didn't adapt. He became a heel. Bret Hart was a heel.
Bret Hart was a heel, but man, you could just see it in his face. It wasn't real, and that's the part that hurt. Was that he just was not. he didn't like doing what he did. He didn't feel it. It wasn't him. He felt dirty, so to speak. And I think he said that many times. He didn't like being a heel. He don't like saying things he's gonna regret.
Right.
It is what it is. But if we were to talk about heel, and people are gonna be like, "Oh my fucking god, bro, not another Mount Rushmore." But you know what? Screw it. Another Mount Rushmore.
Another one. Hey,
Let's do another
another
one.
one.
Another one. Let's do another Mount Rushmore of heels and baby faces. Because you know what?
Yes,
That's
sir.
that's what's gonna get you into wrestling. It's not the no disrespect to any of the wrestlers, but it's like it's not the mid card that's gonna get you. It's gonna be the ones that are the main events. It's gonna be the baby face versus the heel. And I think one
Yep.
of the things that was the greatest was when you had either two heels, which was kind of rare, but when you had two baby faces that were straight over, it was like, oh my god, what are you gonna do? And
Yep.
I don't know if they're on your list. So I'm just gonna bring this up as an example.
hmm
Something that blew my fucking mind was Hulk Hogan versus the Ultimate Warrior.
Bro, that's the first WrestleMania I ever saw in my life. And guess what? That was the day I was 3. That's the day before my 4th birthday.
Mm-hmm.
Like, so I remember watching that shit. I was 3 years old and 364 days old. So, but that was the craziest shit. I couldn't believe. And when Hulk Hogan lost, and I'm fuck it, he's number one on my list because he was the biggest baby face of them all, bro. Hogan must pose, right? Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. This is our 7th podcast, right? I feel like I'm like, oh, but that's what to Hogan. No lie, but that's what. No, oh, edit all that shit out. No,
No,
we
that one's
edit
staying
that
in.
out.
That one's staying in there. That's gonna.
Okay, keep that in. But that's what Hogan most posed. That's what they fed us that.
It is what it is.
So it is what it is. Hope Vince McMahon said that was what it was. He was the
Right.
biggest baby face. He was a baby face the whole time.
Of course, he was.
The whole time. So I mean, he was Mr. America and shit. You know, I am a real American, fighting for the rights of every man. Come on, bro. Like,
There's an asterisk in
come
there.
on. That's what. Yes, sir.
All right, I
We're
gotta
coming
stop.
for
I gotta
you.
stop. I gotta stop bringing up that Hogan, the outside one. I got. You know what?
Yes,
Let's talk about Hogan.
but
Let's not talk about Terry.
yeah, we're not talking about Terry Bollea.
Okay, well, we won't talk about him. And
Yeah,
you know what? I feel bad for saying
yeah,
this, right?
because he told us there's two different. He said, you
I gotta
know,
ask you a
but
question.
he put that persona on all the time. Though, so.
How much does it, the inspiration of Hulk Hogan, the aura of a Hulk Hogan, your childhood, everything he brought to you, which was a lot of happiness and investment to find who you are, stuff like that, right?
Oh yeah,
Knowing what this gentleman did and how he acts and how he says stuff like that, right?
yeah.
Are you ever conflicted? Because I know I am about saying, if you met this dude in public, would you still take a picture with him? Would you still want to shake his hand? Would you still want an autograph?
Oh my god, no! I'm gonna be me. If I ever saw Hulk Hogan in person, I walk up to him like, "Hey, fuck you," right now as
Really?
an adult. But I'll be yes, I would, because I don't like what he represents as a human being. At the end of the day,
As you said, this is like our
that's
seventh
my real.
podcast, and he's like,
Now I
number
can't
one,
separate
number
Hulk Hogan.
one, number
Like
one.
I could do this on the podcast. Like yes, I love Hulk Hogan. Fuck Terry Bollea
There you go. Okay.
though.
Got it.
Yeah,
All right. So, is
that's
there
how
any
I feel
chance that you
because
say, Hogan, let me get that autograph real
like,
quick?
okay, I know
By the
he
way,
has
F
the
you.
signing this weekend. He has a signing this weekend for they had the
That's right, huh?
Fanatics Fest.
Yeah, yeah.
Yep. I'm not excited. I wouldn't be excited. I'll be like, yeah, but at the same time, I'll be like, I know who he is and what he is.
That's
I don't
tough.
respect that.
That's tough. So,
I could separate
does that make him a heel?
in real life. I could separate the shit, but
So he's
as
a
a
heel in real
wrestler,
life. Okay.
he's a yes,
You took
he's a
that
heel
shit
in
too
real life.
serious.
Yeah.
Got it, man. That's tough. I always wondered that too as well, because I don't like to think like that, but it's tough because that is who they are as a
Yeah.
person. And
Yeah.
and I
That's
don't
their
know.
beliefs.
That wasn't a slip either. That's kind of a little
It's
bit
not a
more than a
Freudian
slip.
slip. Nah.
Nah, you know what I mean? Not, because we've talked about that many times, even in our private life. Like, you say things
Mhm.
as jokes, and there's no ill behind it, no ill will,
Yeah.
no bad intentions. You love people, but it's like that was that's your vernacular. That's who you are as a human being. That guy,
You
and that's a little
did. You said
scary.
that
But
shit a little too clear, my guy.
yeah, but I don't think people want to hear us talk about that stuff. So we'll talk about
We're done. Yeah. We'll talk
the
about the good shit. We'll
the
talk about the
baby
good shit.
face. We'll talk about.
Or that. Or. Mhm.
Go ahead, say what you got to say. Hogan did.
Can I put him on the list too? Because I mean, you know what's fucked up? He might.
Well, you know what? Let's
He
talk about that. He's number one on my heel list.
he's number one on the hill.
No, he's
He's
not
number
number one.
one on.
You know what?
Bro,
He's on my
I,
heel list.
I'm
I don't know if he's number one, but he's up there though. He might actually be. We'll see how I
okay.
feel when we talk about it. I mean, what you just
Yes, sir.
pinpointed. I mean, he should be number
I
one.
might have jumped the gun on that,
All
but
right,
it's
let's
good.
stick with the baby faces. So number one,
Yes.
Hogan. He was somebody who made you feel like, number one, America's great.
Yeah.
Number two, you take your vitamins, you're gonna be 6'7".
Right.
Number three, you take your vitamins, you might be bald, but you know what? You could put a nice bandana on. You're good to go.
Yep.
Four, you could rip the t-shirt. You got
You're
the
gonna have 24
pythons.
inch pythons, bro.
Dude, he's ripped. Ripped the
Rip.
shirt. But he just was the somebody who was showing you that you could be a good person and be strong
Mm.
as fuck, and you ain't losing.
Yep.
So if you need to throw down, you can throw down, and you're gonna win at the same time because you got America on your side.
Oh yeah. Fighting for the rights of every man.
Exactly, everyone. But
Yep.
he overcame everything though, as a wrestler.
Mm.
When you're watching him as a babyface, and just I,
Oh,
we have to
the
talk
whole
about it
cut.
though. But when he turned heel, crazy.
I couldn't believe it. But that was the biggest heel turn, and I think that was the biggest heel turn in history, bro.
Yeah,
In history. So it's that's wild, Shit. Yep. That was the biggest heel turn in history, bro. Fuck, I was like, man. I was thinking about
yes.
that. I was conflicted earlier about it, but I'm like, bro, I was like, this nigga's gonna be on the list two times.
I knew it
Two
right
times.
away
Two
when I was making.
times.
I was at over here. I was like making my list. I'm like Hulk Hogan number one, heel Hulk Hogan. But
You
he's good
could
at his
because
job.
he was like he did his job to the perfection
He
that it
did.
was supposed to be, bro. He was over there like he told you what was gonna happen.
Of course. Yeah.
And it happened. And you know what happened? Hogan must pose. It'll still happen, bro. He
Mm-hmm.
ran, bro. The greatest run and probably in pro wrestling. Well, I don't know. Is that the greatest run in history? Pro wrestling history? He ran it from the '80s, damn near to the 2000s, bro.
Mm, I have to
One of
say
them
yes.
consistently. Because soon as he left WWE, what happened? He left, did movies, and then what did he do? He went to WCW.
Mm-hmm.
WCW. You know what I'm
And
saying?
they thought he was done, pretty much. Vince
They
thought he
thought,
was going to be done. His
but they,
character was stale, old. He's done.
yeah,
A big mistake.
I don't know. Big mistake.
Mistake. Here's what it is. That's the thing is,
Last Action Hero, one of my all-time favorite movies there is.
which one?
We talk about nostalgia. Last Action Hero.
Or we're just talking about movies now. Last Action Hero.
No, I was just gonna talk about that. Well, we talk about he's a heel too. How's that?
Arnold Schwarzenegger. Don't you dare. Don't you dare talk about Arnie.
I'm not talking about that guy.
There you go.
He's good.
Okay, good. Well, we'll save that one
But
for our nostalgia podcast or something like that.
yeah,
All right, so Hogan, everyone knows it's like who else was a babyface like that hardcore as a babyface, and just being that beat Andre the Giant, overcame that. That was huge. But now that's like almost a wash, right? Number one, Hogan, you know what it is, but number two is when we get into it and we really say who's going to be a babyface. So who would you got on number two?
Cena.
That's who I got too.
He never turned heel.
As much as I want him to. I wish he would have.
He would have. But hey, only time he turned heel is in a movie. But and when he's in the
Yeah,
movie, like he got good, man. It's funny. Like he wasn't that. Like he got a lot, bro. He's doing this thing now.
that dude seems like a really good guy, and
Oh
I think
yeah,
we brought it
the,
up
you.
before,
He
but
really is.
the Make a Wish Foundation,
Yes, sir.
he has the most all time wishes granted,
Appearances,
right?
bro.
Which is kind of messed up though.
He,
I mean,
I
all
should
these
have put
people.
him number one, bro. He should have been number one,
He
but
should have
we
been number one.
but
That's what I'm saying. It's a little messed
but,
up. Cena's the man for what he does inside, and it's pretty rare when you make it that long without people really saying bad things about you. It's pretty rare. So
right.
that's a thing for him to be able to grant that many, make a wish, and then he went to the movies, does a great job. Peacemaker, that's an amazing character. The show is
Amazing
amazing.
character.
And then all his other comedy ones, they're great. The Prime movie, I forgot what it is, Ricky Stenicki. If you haven't seen that, that's great. It's
That's
hilarious.
hilarious.
But just in general though, he's pretty cool. And I wish though he would have turned heel. I think he would have been great because when he did his Thugonomics,
That was the closest thing.
that's
I mean, that probably was the closest thing to him being heel.
possibly, but it was hilarious though. His character was great. I loved it.
Oh yeah, word life.
Word like, but I mean, Cena. I'm glad. I mean, if anyone's gonna do it, it had to been him. That's gonna last that long. And surprisingly,
Oh
though,
yeah,
he was able, as probably counterintuitive to what I said, he was still. I mean, he adapted though, but he still was a babyface the entire time. But he still made himself relevant with what was going on all
oh
the
yeah,
time.
yeah. He adapted. He
Mm-hmm.
got better in the ring, bro. I don't know if you like
He did.
I didn't watch. I stopped watching wrestling when John Cena first appeared. I heard about him. I'm like, who the fuck is this cornball? That's what I thought.
Damn.
I'm like, who's? That's what I thought. Cause I was all like, bro, he's like an Eminem. To me, I was like, from outside looking in, I wasn't watching wrestling anymore. I was like, it's like an Eminem wannabe. Is he trying to piggyback off of that?
Mm-hmm.
But then over to his raps, he actually ain't that bad.
He's
He's
good.
nice.
He's been doing
He's
that for
nice, bro.
forever.
Like
Yeah.
he's a real hip hop fan, so I
Yeah.
fuck with it. You know,
He's
but
great.
good guy, man. He's just a good guy in general, bro. So
Mm-hmm.
I respect it. Like that's why, yeah, twice number two on my list. Like he's really a baby face in real life as well. So
I think
uh,
for the time being, let's go ahead and just move him to number one and put Hogan for number two.
yeah, we can do that.
Just change it up a little bit. Yeah. So let's do. I think he earned it. He never turned
He earned
heel,
it. He never turned
so
heel.
he has to be
He
number
never
one. He
did.
has to be the true babyface the entire time. So all right.
Yep.
And then that was the thing is that even if
Mm.
people claim to hate him, like how you just said, cornball, whatever it is, but
Yeah,
he still got over even on someone like you, or got over on all the fans. Because again,
he did.
mentioned it at the last podcast. You go to a live event, if you see Cena wrestle, and he pulls out his hand and he shakes it,
Everybody in that motherfucker, even if you're booing Cena,
you
they
stop.
you can't see me. Like
Everyone, no matter what.
respect,
That's respect. That
respect,
is. Then yeah, they go back to
respect.
booing him after. But that's the
Yeah,
same thing though, because they did that with Kurt Angle, saying,
yep.
you suck.
You suck,
But yeah,
but
they
he
love him
never
though.
sucked.
Nah, they
He
love him.
never sucked.
Yep. Even at his goodbye speech and all that, like
Yep.
they all clapped.
They would come out and he actually like he knew that it just went with it. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
So he actually cheered it on. He was like, he started conducting it because he knows it goes with the song, but he
And
knows he doesn't suck.
Chad Gable wants to be
So
2.0, and they're starting it.
they
The
say
crowd,
oh, it's there.
it's
It's
there.
there. It's there.
Yep.
He's
So
on the way. But I missed Monday, so I gotta catch up on that.
yeah, but Cena, yeah, good for him. I'm glad, and I'm excited for this last run. And it's sad, dude. When he
Yeah.
said that he was retiring, and they came out with his T-shirt that resembled that it's gonna be his last run, I'm like, oh my god,
Yeah.
that's the end of an
I'm like,
era, another one.
damn, bro. It is. It is. I'm like, bro,
So
we're getting old.
yeah, he carried it a long time too. So good for him.
Mm-hmm.
And you know what though? He came back a lot. Even when he made it big, he
Yep.
still gave a good run. The Rock came back sometimes, and it was great every time, but it wasn't the same as Cena. Cena came
Right.
back because he truly did love it 100%, no matter
Yeah.
what. So, all right, so we both got number one, which was Cena.
Yeah.
Number two is Hogan. And then,
Okay.
let's see. I'm looking at my list. If I was gonna go for another one, I'm gonna still go with Bret Hart as a babyface.
Ooh,
I don't
okay.
know if you have him on your list at all. If 3 or 4,
I
okay.
don't.
I have him
I
on
don't.
there, and I know he
I
turned
should have.
heel for a while with
Yeah.
Shawn, but it wasn't the same. He just didn't feel
Right.
like that was who he really was. If you ever watched the Wrestling with Shadows, he mentioned he hated it. He hates saying the things he says, no matter how
Hmm.
weak it was. To him, it was like, oh my God, it's blasphemy. I can't believe I said that. But
Right.
he was, again, a hero of mine as a little kid. Again, I
Oh
wanted
yeah.
to be
For
just
sure.
like him. He was super respectful, technical, never cheated,
Yep.
didn't do anything wrong.
Right. He did it
Granted,
the right
kids,
way. Yep.
again, the glasses go back to
Your
that every
classes,
time.
bro. He would hand it off to the kids,
The
bro.
kids, every time. And he just seemed like a hero.
Hey, bro. And you know what the greatest thing he taught you?
Hmm,
Respect.
exactly. And that's gone.
He taught respect, bro. He taught you respect. I don't know if you remember. One of my favorite things about Bret Hart, so I'll get is that we had a promo where it was a video promo where they have Bret Hart beating like wrestling to Aretha Franklin's "Respect."
Really?
Yeah, I don't. Yeah, yeah, I bet. I hopefully it's probably. Hopefully it's still on YouTube. But I remember this promo vividly, and it was um it was a video package, not a promo. But and
Right,
I
right, right. I
remember
know.
they had the part where it said "sock it to me, sock it to me, sock it to me." They had the camera zooming in and out of him standing on in the corner,
Mm-hmm.
and he's and
Sock-
you know socking it to him, bro. And
nice.
but the fact that because that's what he said, respect. You know what I
Right.
mean? That was his biggest thing. So
It was. And
yeah, I
so, I
can.
mean,
And
that was
it's
tough.
crazy to me. I didn't put him on my list, but yes,
Okay, so who do you got number 3?
Sting.
So I was conflicted on that one as well. That was might have been my honorable mention. Maybe. I don't know
Okay.
yet, but he never turned heel either, right?
Not that I know of, unless he
I don't think
did
so
in
either.
TNA or something like that. I don't think so. I stopped. I don't know after WCW.
That
'Cause
yeah,
I actually stopped. Like I said, I stopped watching pro wrestling altogether. But in WCW, he never turned heel.
right. He was great. He was
He was
like
he
basically
was
vengeance for.
WCW.
Of course, there is no
He was
if.
WCW.
That one would have been
No
done
ifs.
for sure. So
Yeah.
I agree with you on that one. He always came and did what was right, and he always,
Hmm.
even when we thought for a second, is he going to join the NWO
Yep.
for a
He
second?
didn't.
But he didn't though. Wait,
He
wait,
joined
join
the
the
Wolf.
Wolfpack. That was the good side, so
But
to
the
speak.
Wolfpack was they were the baby
They
faces
were the
though.
babyface side.
So
Yeah, but
he never
Sting,
he never turned heel.
he was great as well.
Yeah.
So I mean, those are
So
two good ones that
that
were
was mhm.
interchangeable, I think, for their characters as well. So I know
they
Brett
were
again. He
they
was
were
a
damn near the same person.
I know he was a heel, but for a second, I
Yeah.
just don't think it was good.
Right.
The last one, this one I
Ooh.
was really conflicted with because I was like,
Mm,
dude, is it a like babyface? Because what consists of a babyface? Is it somebody who is
mm,
just a good guy, so to speak, right? Or is it somebody who
mm.
got over and just did what was right in a way? So for number 4, I got Stone Cold.
Okay. I was wearing the shirt.
There
I'm
you go.
glad. Okay. I'm glad I do got it. I got it on. But I'm gonna be real. I was gonna add him. He was gonna probably gonna be my honorable mention.
Okay.
I'm glad that um, no, you know what? Fuck it. He's gonna be my number four. That's another reason why I threw the shirt on. He's gonna be my number four.
There
I'm
you go.
switching my honorable mention. I'm
Nice.
gonna switch my honorable mention because at this time he was the highest selling merchandise
Just
after Hogan.
right.
After Hogan,
Mm-hmm.
he was he was not your regular babyface.
Correct.
He did hellish shit. You know what I mean? Like that's when that was that time of like is that
It didn't make
98, man,
sense.
97,
Yeah,
98. It was just everything.
it was
He's
changing.
like, bro, the lines got blurred.
They
That's the
did.
first time you ever saw. Yeah, the lines got blurred. They're like
Mm-hmm.
he was like everybody was like it crossed over. You didn't know who was hit. Like Babyface is doing heel shit. Heel's doing, well, Hill's still doing Hill shit, but the Babyface is still doing Hill shit. You know what I mean? But
Yeah. He
it,
was
yeah,
he was
it's
one of a
just
kind
awesome.
that happened unexpectedly as well.
Yeah,
If Jake the
and
Snake would have never got hurt,
if Jake the Snake never got hurt, now that's one. But I'm gonna tell you, that was the one where it kind of got kicked off. But this is the one that really kicked it off.
is that what you're talking about with Brett?
Yes, sir.
Got it. Where you passed the fuck
Yeah,
out.
yes, sir. And it's actually it's on the back. I
Okay.
got it on the back too. So I might, but yeah,
But that was another one where you're just
yeah.
like
You was
your
like,
jaw was like, whoa, he just passed out.
whoa. He just passed out, bro. He bled so much that he lost. I'm like, bro, he lost consciousness from blood, but he didn't surrender.
He didn't.
That motherfucker's tough. Well, I was
He
like,
backs. He does what he
hold on,
says.
respect,
Respect.
respect. And that Monday after at Monday Night Raw, bro, Jesus, that was it. It was
Yeah,
a wrap.
it
It was a
was.
wrap.
Yep.
You
So
see,
that's why.
this is it. This
Yep.
is it
So
to
that's
me.
why I put him on the babyface because he still
Yeah.
had that little inkling like he's supposed to be a heel, but he did
Mm-hmm.
babyface shit as well because he went after the people who were starting shit and shouldn't have started
Yeah.
shit. So that was him
Exactly.
for
Like,
sure.
yep. And yep, this
He was our
perfect. That's
vengeance
gonna.
almost.
He was
He
like he
was.
was like hey he was like he was the man's man.
Yes.
He was the like he was the man's man. The commons man's man. Let me say. You
Yeah.
know what I
Pretty
mean?
much
Like
the blue collar guy.
the common man. Yeah.
But what about you
And
then?
he's like hell.
Who's number 4 then for you?
No, no, no. I'm gonna leave. I'd say I moved into honorable
Oh,
mention.
okay. Okay.
But
So
yeah,
you just right. You
but
changed it. Yeah. So
yeah, but
honorable mention then.
my honorable mention. Let's go to honorable mention then. My
Cool.
honorable. It's gonna be Rey Mysterio Jr.
Okay. Yeah. I mean, he never turned bad either.
He
Babyface the
never
entire
turned
time.
heel.
Yep.
He's the small man fighting the biggest and
Yep.
the baddest, bro. And he was always, I mean, I know, wrestlers, but you always root for him. And
Always.
but what? Guess the kids love him. The mask,
Of
man. It's the
course.
mask. Yeah,
Yeah.
bro. You see the kid? He goes out there. I love the fact that he's still wrestling, brother. And I know he ain't moving like he used to. I see it takes him a minute to warm up to get out there. He be moving slow, but sometimes he picks it up though when he gets in there. But he ain't moving like he used to.
It
But I
takes him a
love it
while.
that he's still in there, bro. He's still. But when he goes out there, I love the fact that every time he walks down that aisle, any kid that he sees in the mask, he goes up to him and gives him love.
The
You know
little
what I
head
mean?
nod.
Like
Yeah.
he understands. Yeah, everyone that's
Yeah.
on the way. I love that. You know what I mean?
That's
And
just
the
life
fact,
changing. People
even
act like it's
though
not a big deal. That's life changing. As a kid,
that's
if that you
life
see
changing.
that,
That
they,
kid might be the next Lucha Libre, bro. Like
yeah, never know.
you never know. And then we're gonna
Exactly.
hear the story about I saw Rey Mysterio
Exactly.
Jr.
Yeah.
at the thing and that's the reason why why I'm here today. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
Like
Yeah.
it's
So
dope.
I
You
agree
know
with
what I
you on
mean?
that one. That one's a good,
So
very
yeah.
good honorable mention. That was
He
close to
was going to
mine.
be my 4, but yeah, I had to put Stone Cold because the highest selling thing. When he started talking about it, I was like, bro, that's who I was conflicted about today. No
Yeah,
lie.
it's tough.
I was sitting there thinking about that one today.
It's really
And I was like,
tough.
man,
But
I didn't write him down. That's how I knew, or I didn't
whew,
even type it down. But I was thinking about it. I was sitting there. When I said, hey, I might switch it up though. I thought about that, and then
nice.
it came out though. Yep,
Cool.
that's how it came out.
For my honorable
Yes, sir.
mention, I didn't.
Mm-hmm.
I was conflicted on this one as well. But so far,
Yep.
I would say current run, it would be Cody. Cody Rhodes.
I was gonna. I say I wanted to mention that. I was that exactly. He was gonna
And
be.
but
He would have been
I'm
my
in the
second
same
one,
boat right now with like the John Cena, where I'm like, I can't wait to see this dude turn heel because it's gonna be nasty.
bro.
It's gonna be
I
great.
think it's good, bro. We might. I'm hoping we get it during this run.
We might get it. We're gonna if he does,
And
that
I'm
could be
ready.
great.
I'm ready. I'm ready for it.
I just hope
I'm ready.
I just hope it doesn't do the same thing because Cena couldn't change because so many Make a Wish, so many merchandise of figurines, merch.
Yeah.
They couldn't have him switch and then lose all that because he had all the kids on his side.
Everything, bro.
Cody's the same
His
way
image was
as of
his
right
image.
now.
Yeah.
So I don't know,
Mhm.
but kids are different nowadays than they are back then. So,
Oh
but
yeah.
He's good. He's been pretty good so far when it comes to being a baby face, doing what's
Mhm.
right, teaming up with the right people, and letting stuff go. He brought Jey Uso back when everyone didn't want
Yep.
him back. So I mean, you know, that's just showing his character that he's
Main
a
event, Jey Uso.
main event. Woo.
Main event.
He's got a chance with mommy now.
Okay. Rikishi doesn't like that.
But yeah, I would say that's a pretty solid list so far when it comes
Yeah.
to baby faces. And I think baby faces nowadays are a little harder to be consistently because you really do have to get over and make people like you. But heels,
Yep.
I would think that now as a kid, you're like, you know, I want to be a baby face. I want to be a hero. But when you become an adult, you're like, if I could be a wrestler and I could do something, I want to be a heel.
I'm
I
gonna be
could,
a heel, bro,
I would
because you
love
have
to
to
do
be
that.
you have to be a baby face in your real life all the time to
Mm-hmm.
be a decent human being. Right? I mean,
Hogan found out the hard way. You got to be a baby face the whole time.
right. You gotta stay in character, sir. Stay in character.
He could even stay in character during that time with his own self. I mean, he
Okay.
was,
Even though, I mean, well, that's the time he did break it down finally. The crazy thing about it, he wasn't in character anymore.
I
That was
guess you're
him
right.
being him. But yeah,
Okay. So
but yeah.
heels is where you really could tell who's great at their job. Because before it's like,
Yep.
oh, you get as a kid you're like, oh my god, he's getting booed. They hate him.
Mhm.
But he's doing his
Yeah.
job to the fullest if you get that
Yeah.
many boos, if you get people wanting to hurt you. So let's go to kick this one off.
Yep.
I wonder if we have the same one for number one. So
Mhm.
let's see. Go ahead. Who you got number one?
Ric Flair.
Okay. We're on point today.
Okay.
All right. So I got
Ric
Flair
Flair.
too for number one. I remember as a kid, I hated that dude. Like nonstop.
Hated him.
Everything about him.
Yep.
It's like, dude, why is your skin so dark and your hair is so white? Like I don't understand. Like what's going on with you?
Your
But
hair is white, sir. What
like
is going
white.
on?
But then
Yeah.
when he
Like
was
no, that was
bleeding,
before we
though,
knew about platinum blonde.
exactly.
This shit bled right through it.
Right, it was
You know?
amazing. Yeah, as an adult, you're like, dude, you're amazing. You're smart as hell, Rick. But
Yeah.
as a kid, you're like, something ain't right with this guy.
Something ain't right with him. But and we'll talk about it. I just remember I like him. He talked so much shit, bro.
He
Like
did.
and he talked shit, and guess what? They had him on a run. He was a champ. He was on a run.
Mm-hmm.
He held the championship forever, bro. And then
You know what made him good though?
Cool.
He would talk so much shit, as you said. He would get
He
in the
backed it
ring.
up.
Yeah, at the end, he'd back it up though, because in the
He'd back
fucking
it up,
match, he'd get his ass beat almost the
Whoop,
entire
the whole time.
match, nonstop. He's crying,
selling it, selling
begging.
it. I remember my favorite, the begging, and then either the brass nuts, bro. The brass, please, God, brass nuts.
Done.
Go in the
Yeah,
trunk,
you would. Yeah.
brass nut, and by any means necessary. Or please, don't. Lobo, got him. You know what I mean? Like he just dastardly. You okay? Dastardly.
That word. But he was back in those days, like, yeah, men couldn't get behind him, but women still wanted to be with that Rolex wearing, jet flying, kiss stealing, all that dude.
Wheeling Dillon, okay?
That dude,
bro.
he was. You just said it right now. Hogan didn't stay in character. Flair is Flair.
Flair is Flair.
Flair is Flair.
Flair is Flair. He never broke character.
He still hasn't broken character.
No kayfabe shit over here, bro. The real kayfabe, bro. Ain't no kayfabe, bro.
Man.
That's real life.
This dude's a legend. Forever.
Legend.
Forever.
I love him. Like that. I want to meet that guy.
But Flair, that is what, for instance, I compare it to something like, I'm not saying if you hate him or not, but like something like Floyd Mayweather. He talked so much shit at the end, and he knew that's what brought people in. He knew he was going to win already. He knew that there was no way this dude was beating him because I feel like he saw something in his opponents and said, I'm going to take advantage of that, so I know I'm not losing. Talk so much shit. People are like, oh my God, I'm going to buy this pay-per-view because I want to see you get knocked out.
I want to watch this one. Yep.
It's not going to happen, though, but you want to see, is there a chance this one time
it's going to happen?
So same with Flair. Flair is like, talk so much shit. You're like, I hate you. I'm about to watch you lose your title. Nope. And you would get so invested, like, dude,
pick a 4-leg lock.
This might be
done.
Yeah, he's done. God damn it.
Done.
So you're tired of it, but he was great.
Yes,
I love Flair.
Great.
And as an adult, you're like, oh, want to watch again because that shit's hilarious, and I think he's
Oh yeah.
the greatest
I used
heel
to love,
ever.
especially when I think they had a stat. He was 0 for however many
It's
times he
like oh
went to
for a
the top
thousand.
rope
Yeah.
where they threw him
Every
off,
time he
bro.
tried to go into the top rope to be
And that
high,
I just remember him on that fucking back, him holding his back like
big time screaming.
and then and him getting thrown into the
And
corner, and then
yeah,
and dude, the couple
the
steps
couple
and the face
steps
plant.
act like he's okay, and all of a sudden just face plant.
But I was like, yes,
But he was
fuck
humble though.
him. That's how it
Yeah,
was as a kid.
exactly.
You
Yeah,
know, like he's the bad guy. Yes, he's gonna happen, and then he'll win.
he steal your heart.
Steal your heart, brother.
He will
Yep,
steal your heart. But man, great, one of
yep.
the greatest ever to do it, and salute to him. Number
Yes, sir.
two. All right, so we got the same one. All right, here we go. So number two, we got somebody who makes Hogan look like an angel. Okay, but the shit this guy's probably done. I mean, I don't even know if there's skeletons in his closet because it's just. I think he takes them to
It's out
the
there, bro. He
cremation
lived
shit.
this real life.
He
If
Go ahead. Who do you think I'm talking about?
Oh, you said cremation shit. I don't know. I'll talk about that. So, you know who my number? Well, I don't
Who?
know. We might
Go
be
ahead.
on the same height. Vince McMahon.
Yeah. Like I said, he don't
Okay.
got no more space in his closet for skeletons. Motherfucker cremated him because he needed to make some more room. That dude. We talk about
Vincent
living Kennedy
Kennedy
McMahon.
McMahon. Okay, Mr. McMahon. Mr. McMahon.
That's right, Mac.
R.B. Paul Patterson. Was that
He.
Paul Patterson? Or was that Jerry Briscoe who said that? Or either no,
That was
McMahon.
Pat Patterson.
That was,
No.
okay. No, that was Briscoe.
Briscoe. It was
Briscoe.
Briscoe. Yeah.
Briscoe. Mr. McMahon. He was country ass.
So Vince, you know what? Okay, if you seen Kill Bill, right?
I actually had him number one on my so I had him. Well, I
Did
was
you?
like, bro,
It's
yeah,
interchangeable, right? But
it was interchangeable, damn near, yeah,
you seen Kill Bill?
yes, he was motherfucking.
Okay, you see
He
number
was
two?
David Carradine.
Exactly. You see number
Yep.
two, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so David Carradine talks about how he's talking about superheroes and talks about who's the
Mhm.
greatest and all this and that. He ends up talking about Superman. Superman is Superman. That's who he is.
Yes,
He's not trying
that's
to
who
put
he
on
is.
he doesn't put on the costume and become Superman. He wasn't made, science experiment and
Right,
all that. That's who
that
he
part.
is.
Mhm.
What he does is he puts on a costume, which is Clark Kent. He puts on
Yeah,
glasses because he has to blend in and
blend
fit in,
in.
which
I
is like a
mean, yeah,
dorky guy, which is what he views as a human, somebody who's weak and all
yeah.
that, right? Vince McMahon had to put on a character in the ring to act like a decent human being as a person. Woo! Probably one of the most evil people in the world. Realistically, though. And I don't even want to know the stuff that we don't know about because that hurts. That's some scary shit to think about. But, I'm
What's the
gonna go back to
tell-all
this.
book at?
Oh my God. I'm going to
Yeah,
go back to this one again.
I'm gonna read it
As of
or
right
I'm gonna
now,
listen to it.
you go and see, you go to wherever you're at. You go to the Giants game, you Niners game, whatever it is. You run into Vince. You shaking his hand, taking a picture.
No, like
Because of
I'm
the
not gonna lie.
consequences,
Like
man.
it's consequences. I can't. But but that Vincent Kennedy, he's the God though, bro. That's the Godfather, brother. That's the God,
You
Vincent.
pretty much just have to
Uh,
say, "Hey, thank you,
thank you.
but fuck you." Also,
Yeah,
you have
same
to.
thing.
You just have to do it.
I have to. Yep.
But it's
He's
we
old,
wouldn't
bro.
have
He's
what we
old,
have
and
without him at
it's
the same time. But he is one of
yeah.
the most ruthless heels in the
This
world.
world, bro, and in real life.
Well, yeah.
No kayfabe, no
No.
kayfabe for that too. He didn't turn that shit off.
But man, when he was Vince. Oh my God, Mr. McMahon. Sorry, when he
When
was
Mr.
Mr. McMahon
McMahon,
came out.
oh, corporate man, oh man, we found out when it was me. He kidnapped his own daughter.
He, you know what made me start going like this was when he started having those innuendos of like him and Steph. I was like, bro, like I know
I mean,
wrestling's
she did. I mean,
fake, but
she did have Linda McMahon's eyes. I don't know. That's on him. That's ain't me. That's some nasty shit.
That's on him.
But hey, that's rich people.
Uh,
That part out.
we're not gonna
Hey,
be able to
watch
put
Game
this
of
one out.
Thrones.
We're about to be labeled number 5 on the Hill honorable mention if we keep doing this shit. Okay, but he was. Let's go back to his character. Like he was ruthless, and it started actually when the whole thing with him and Brett, not just the Montreal school drop, but just the build up. Even Brett was pushed him down. I think it was like one of the first time. Oh my god, he pushed down
I
Vince
was
in
like,
the
he
ring.
pushed. Yeah, I was like, dude, he touched Vince McMahon, dude.
Like
Like,
whoa,
whoa.
like what's going on? But that was that. Then he had pretty much every single. I could go through the list, but everyone who did anything good for him, he screwed them over, regardless. I'm not talking about just in real life. I'm talking about like in as a character. Mick
Oh yeah,
Foley, Mankind, he did everything for Vince.
corporate Mick,
He
man.
screwed him
He
over.
painted. He spray painted his shirt. You know what I'm saying? To have a referee shirt for him. Okay.
But him and
He threw on the button up. Oh, matter of fact, that was a spray paint shirt. No, he threw on the button up for us
he did.
first.
He
He
did.
remember he put on the button up.
And the little tie was all
Yes,
crooked. Yeah.
I think it was a clip on. Wasn't it a
That's
clip
yeah, I
on?
think it was. But
Yes.
would there be okay? Austin got over no matter what.
Hmm.
But there's no Austin truly without McMahon.
Yep, because that's what everybody tuned in to see. What the fuck he was gonna? It was the man versus the machine. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Like
it
that's how
was.
corporate America versus the common man, and we tuned in every week, and they played it. They leaned into it. It was one of the greatest episodes I've ever seen. He pulled up to the Corvette.
Oh my god. I love that one.
The Corvette.
That's
That's
amazing.
the great one. He he pulled up with the cement truck
Mm-hmm.
and fucking filled this shit up, busted the windows out, all that. Like, he's like, oh my God, he really did that shit to his boss and he didn't fire him. I was like, man, or did he get fired for that? I don't know.
Nah, he didn't get fired.
He didn't get
The
fired. He did, yeah.
might have got arrested, but that was when also fucking Stone Cold. I
Oh,
didn't even think about that.
I'm not done, Vince, not by a long
No, no,
shot.
I didn't even think about
With
that.
the middle fingers, yes,
He brought Vince
behind the
to the
back.
ring,
Mhm.
hogtied. Bro, like you can't do
The
that shit
gun,
nowadays. And had a fake, I mean a gun, fake gun, but
bro. It was like,
bang,
he jokered that motherfucker, boy, and that shit said bang, and then Vince McMahon pissed his
his
pants, bro.
pants. Like how do you do that nowadays? And I'm
You
excited
can't.
though. Hey, they're saying they're about to bring that shit back for Netflix.
I can't wait.
I don't know if they're gonna be able to pull it off, but hey,
On Netflix, yeah, you can. On Netflix, yeah, it's on Netflix.
we'll see if they pull it off though. I
You
don't
can
know.
do anything on Netflix, damn near.
Right.
Now,
But what else did he do?
no, what? There's no FCC, so the FCC won't let me be. Okay?
The other part was the hospital visit
Yes, sir.
with yeah, he was like, I'll take it from here, doctor.
I'll take one here, doctor, and then smack the motherfucker with the bedpan, bro. I was over there, a steel bedpan. And then you see him, he's beating on the fucking cast. Just the motherfucker's in the cast, his legs messed up. And he's beating
Just
on that shit.
going to town on him.
Going to town. He's like, man. And Stone Cold's he's a stocky guy. Big dude, bro.
Mm-hmm.
Big dude.
But if you, I
Right.
mean, there's just too much to go into Vince though. If you really are a wrestling fan, if
Mm.
you know about him, if you're not a wrestling fan and you just got into it, you could read about him. He's pretty much screwed over every single person, constantly.
Yep.
And that's just it is what it is. It's just bad business, but
Bad business. Yep.
you just one of those things. All right,
Or good business in America. Free capitalism.
it is what it is. But it's just
Yep.
he's a true heel in and out of the ring for sure.
Right.
It
Yep.
sucks. All right, so that's number. I mean, you could technically just
That's
say
number
number
two.
1, but I'm just saying that's kind of like the same thing we did. It's like he's
Yep.
still bad. So
Yep.
we also because we're technically almost done because we talked about Hogan.
Right.
He's on the list, right, for you as a
I-
heel.
He was gonna be my honorable mention.
Oh, so he's
But
an honorable
I'll
mention.
throw him on there.
Okay, so
He
I
was
want to hear
honorable
who else.
mention.
Okay, who do you got for number 3?
Uh, you know what? I'll put Hogan there. I'll put Hogan there.
You went from
I'll
honorable
put Hogan
mention
there.
to number 3.
Not yeah, because
Okay.
because I'm gonna move my three's going to four.
Okay.
Yeah. But we talked
Hogan.
about Hogan. Did we talk about Hogan?
We talked about him enough, and people know about him enough, so I don't want to
Yeah.
overkill it with that. But he was
Yeah.
one of the best runs again for Hollywood
Mm-hmm.
Hogan.
Hollywood Hogan, brother. Yep.
So
Nasty. So I have, you know who I would say? I would say, so I'm gonna move number three, Big Boss Man.
he's number 4 now.
No,
You're gonna keep Bossman at 3, or are you putting Hogan at, like
I'm
where's
gonna
Hogan
put
at?
Boss Man at three, bro. You know
Okay, so
why?
Hogan's 4.
No, I'm gonna move Hogan to my honorable mention because I got no. I'm no. Okay, I'm lying. Let me move. I'm gonna tell you no. Boss. I'll move Boss Man to my honorable mentions.
Okay.
I'll move Boss Man to my honorable
So we'll
mentions.
save that because I know where you're gonna go with that one.
Yeah,
But all right, so
but
3
yeah.
Hogan.
Three Hogan.
Okay, we'll leave Hogan there. We don't have to talk about Hogan anymore.
I'm
4.
gonna go about the tribal chief, Roman Reigns.
What? You
Yes,
think
sir.
so? He's a heel?
He was a heel.
I think
He
he.
turned face again. When he got over,
Okay.
he turned heel. He was himself.
Yeah, I mean,
He
people
was
did hate him.
never over as a babyface.
No, you're right. You're right.
Never.
You're
He
right.
came back from fucking leukemia and they booed him.
That's because Vince put that on the Tritantron. It says "boo" when he pulled it.
Oh, that he just him as a babyface was never believable.
Yeah, it wasn't.
When he became tribal chief and started gaslighting motherfuckers, bro. Gaslighting everybody.
He was great. Yeah, because you didn't want him to win. Same thing with what's it
Yeah.
called? A Flair effect. You wanted them to beat him, and he
You
would take an
yeah.
ass whooping too at the end.
Yep.
You would think that's it until
Yep.
Jimmy, Jay, Solo, they
Somebody's
don't
going,
come
hey,
in.
hey, and so they come through, and guess what? The ones are going up. Okay? And we acknowledge our tribal chief. Yes,
Dude,
my tribal chief. I acknowledge you, my tribal chief.
I'll put it like
Yes?
this though. I didn't like him either, at all.
Yeah.
We went to WrestleMania, SoFi.
31. Yes.
No, at SoFi.
Oh
Yeah,
no, no, that's third. Oh yes. Yeah.
We went. Yeah, so that one's that one because he was kind of mixed
Yes.
on that one. But when we went to SoFi
Mm-hmm.
and he came out in the entrance, and dude, everybody, and
Every
you
bro,
got caught up in that too. You're like, holy shit! Actually, you know what?
you was
Yeah,
like, what am I doing here? What am I
actually, that's
doing?
kind of dope. I feel it. Let's go.
Bro, everybody's in that motherfucker acknowledging him.
Yes.
Everybody.
Mm-hmm.
The Cody Crybabies were upset then.
Oh my God, they were.
They were so hurt. You know what? And let's go back to our past episode. I had to get back at this about greatest finishers.
Okay.
We got to see. We're gonna acknowledge that we made a mistake about WrestleMania 31. The opening match was not
You're
Seth
right.
Rollins and Randy Orton.
No, it was not.
It was the Intercontinental Tag. It was the Intercontinental title
Ladder match,
match,
right?
ladder match.
Yep.
With
Daniel
Dolph
Bryan won.
Ziggler, Daniel Bryan, Stardust, Cody Rhodes as Stardust. Fuck it. Luke Harper, R.I.P.
Yeah.
Bro. Who else was in that match? I I have some bad news for you. Bad news, Barrett.
He was in
Wade
there.
Barrett.
Okay.
He was an Intercontinental champ.
Wow.
R-Truth.
That's right. Yeah. Dude, that was a great
And
match.
we thought he
Kick
was
it
going to
off.
get it. Great fucking match. So yeah, yes, we got caught up in the moment, but I remember we loved that match was a great match, but I remember after that match, the fucking RKO
Just stole the
stomp
show.
blew that shit out the water, bro. No lie.
It was
If you
tough.
had to be like literally, we did
Yeah.
and I'd recognize that was 10 years ago now, y'all. Damn near, it's gonna be damn near 10 years ago. 10 years. Cause it'll be 10 years next year. Cause
Wow.
this is WrestleMania 41 coming up.
Yeah.
That was WrestleMania 31.
Well, thanks for ruining my day, man. Appreciate it.
Yes, sir. You're welcome.
All right.
So yeah.
But yeah, so number 4, Continue off with what you were saying though.
Um,
Just, I mean, why you picked him? I mean, it's just because he carried. I mean, he was pretty much. You wanted to see him lose, and I think that's the biggest sign of a
you
heel.
wanted to
You
see
want
him
to see him
lose. He
lose.
had one of the greatest. He had one of the greatest runs at 666 days, right?
You know what? I'll tell you why people hated him.
Mm-hmm.
Because he wouldn't do shit the entire match. He would hit you a couple times, take an
Yep.
ass whooping, hit you with the super jump fist, whatever. The
Super punch.
Superman punch.
Superman punch.
And then all of a sudden do the spear, and then he wins. You're like, oh my god.
Ones are up. Ones are up. I'm like, man, that motherfucker's good, bro.
So
Like,
that's how it was in the beginning, but now he's gotten better. But you know what he's gotten better at? Just commanding the audience. His promos are
I love
insane.
That. His presence, bro.
He's got
yeah,
ring
like
presence,
you saw
ring
he
timing.
evolved.
Big time.
Yes,
so
sir.
he got way
Yes, sir.
better. So I agree with that one. For
Yeah.
number 4, for me,
Mhm.
I had to go with one of the originals as well. And if you watch wrestling for a long time, one of the greatest heels ever was Roddy Piper.
God damn it! So that's why I was conflicted. I moved him. He was my number 3 on my list, bro. He was number 3 on my list. I moved him. No lie. I moved him. I'm gonna tell you my list: Vince McMahon, Roman Reigns, Roddy Piper. I had Ric. Oh, I'd say,
Okay.
but Ric Flair. I had, but that's what I was running with. Yes.
You know what? You're passionate about this. Take it off. Why Rowdy? For people who have never watched wrestling at all, have no idea what Roddy Piper is, and which I'm gonna say right now, no disrespect.
But they know who he is.
Well, hold on though. I don't want to be disrespectful because I acknowledge everything she's done physically in the UFC. When she came to wrestling, I don't really care for her. Ronda took that Roddy Piper name in a way, theme song.
He was gifted.
He gave it to her, but
he did it.
But he's not the same as her.
I hate the fact that he gave it to her and she accepted it like she was a real wrestling fan. Because we saw her at WrestleMania 31.
31, yes.
Back to crazy. WrestleMania 31 started a whole lot. Look at that, bro. Fuck. Man, think about it.
Yeah.
That was when she hopped in the ring. To see her there and that, I was like, okay. I was like, oh, she fucks with wrestling. She understands
it. Big fan.
But I thought she was a big fan. I thought she understood it. When she got in there, she was doing her thing. I felt like her little second run where she was like, it's fake, da-da-da. I'm like, what is wrong with you? You're supposed to know. I thought you were a fan of I thought you respected pro wrestling.
Yes. That's what I thought too. And I think it's because she didn't get over
real.
No, she got over for a little bit, but not like that.
She was over, bro. She was over, but then I think she has an ego. She has an ego. That's what it is.
She didn't understand why she got booed.
You gotta think about it. She went from, I don't know, like, hey, guess what? She that same route as fucking Kurt Angle. Wasn't she like judo? Did she do Olympic judo as well?
Yeah, medalist.
Okay. She was a medalist, okay? Kurt Angle didn't shit on the business.
Never. That guy loves the business.
Okay, now she don't understand that. Like, no respect.
But that's the thing, though.
It comes back to it.
Kurt Angle got cheered. Then Kurt Angle got booed. Someone said, hey, you're getting booed, right? And he goes, yeah. That means you're fucking over as a heel. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I'm doing my job.
If you get booed as a heel, bro, the stories about the greatest heels. I read. I think I had Mick Foley's "Have a Nice Day" book. I read that as a kid.
It's like this thick and shit.
Fucking hella thick, right? I read that book, and he was just like, dude. He talked about how they used to have to run to the car.
Really?
In certain towns, bro. Like, if you were a heel, like, you know what I'm saying?
Oh yeah,
like,
a lot of
you had to run.
They bled that. Like that's who they really are, is a heel. Because again, old school, you can't ride in the same fucking car as a babyface.
You couldn't even ride in the car with a babyface. Nah. You had to stick it. You had to be with the heels. Like they said, him and the other heel be running to the car, bro, and they'd be like, man, people fucked up their rental car and all that shit, bro. Could you imagine that?
That's insane.
Insane.
Dude,
like you pissed somebody off so bad. Oh, honorable mention for a heel. I'm a New Jack.
I don't even know if that's a heel. That's just New Jack. You got to be careful with that fool.
Yep.
He might come back from the.
Might come. Hey, he threw that mother. Hey, it was real. No, that's another one. But yeah.
That guy is true.
He tried to kill that motherfucker. He's a real heel.
Dude, that's guys. intense. I wouldn't want to wrestle that dude. But you know what? Another honorable mention for sure would be Jake the Snake. He was a great heel as
He was
well.
there, bro. Great heel.
Dude,
That's it. He was
you ever
on
heard
there.
his story about he was walking to the ring and then all of a sudden he saw the security tackle this old lady. And then when he turned around, he's like, "Hey, what are you guys doing?" And he goes, "Dude, she just stabbed you." And he has a
Oh,
big
I
old,
did hear
yeah.
that
So
story.
it's like, come
He
on,
didn't
man.
realize he was bleeding, bro.
And then he started
Yeah,
kicking the shit out of her. But still, I mean, that's insane. If you get
that's
somebody who's ready to go to jail to take you out as a wrestler, that
for
man,
wrestling, for the
wrestling.
wrestles,
That's
bro,
old school.
for the
That's the South.
wrestles.
That's the mid states.
Yeah,
They take that shit serious. But
real
Rowdy,
serious, bro.
Rowdy in the Piper Pit. Rowdy was somebody who where he was dirty
He
as shit
talks big
as
shit,
well,
bro.
big
Yeah, he's
time.
dirty. Yep,
He's willing to fight. He's willing to take you out. But he was a
hmm
big heel at the time. I mean,
yep.
think about it. If you're gonna take the biggest baby face, who was Hogan,
Hogan,
who are
the
you putting
first
him
WrestleMania.
against?
What's the first WrestleMania? Who was in it? Who's the main event?
You got Hogan, Mr. T, and then you got
And Roddy Piper and Mr. Wonderful Paul Orndorff. You know what
big
I
ass
mean?
dude too.
Like, bro, big motherfucker, bro. He huge. R.I.P. R.I.P. to both. R.I.P. to Roddy Piper and Paul Orndorff. You know what I mean?
And Hogan as our idol. But yeah, I mean that's yeah, dude. Rowdy was legit, but he was just a fighter though too. At the same time,
Yeah.
I remember as a kid, one of the other like ones that stuck in my mind was his. One of the first was a street fight with him and Goldust.
Gold, yes,
And it
sir.
tripped me out
WrestleMania
because
10.
Goldust
Well,
didn't
that was
have,
WrestleMania 10. That was WrestleMania 10.
and he
Hollywood street fight, right?
and he didn't even have Goldust didn't even have his outfit on. He just had straight
Mm-hmm.
regular clothes. You're like, "Oh, damn, this shit's
Yeah.
serious. Like they
Street
ain't
fight. A
playing,
real street fight. WrestleMania 10. Yep. I
man."
remember that, bro.
But
Wow.
you know what was trippy though too, and we'll talk about it next time, and maybe we don't have to say a
Mm.
Mount Rushmore because people are gonna get pissed off. But managers, a Mount Rushmore of managers as well,
Yep.
because sometimes those heels aren't shit without the manager as well.
Yep. You need to have, hey, sometimes a heel, because, hey, you can say Brock Lesnar was one of the biggest heels ever. And
He
he didn't
was.
even talk.
He
He
didn't
didn't
talk at all.
talk.
Zero. I
He
was
had,
close.
all,
Did I say
you
an
already,
honorable
well,
mention at all?
I think you, well, no, who you did. Well, I don't know. I've been sipping, bro.
No, I don't think. I know. I don't think I put an honorable mention as well.
Oh, well, I
Oh,
hope you
we
mentioned the
got the
same
same
one I
guy.
got. I
No,
mentioned
we
like
do.
two.
Go ahead. You kick it off with this guy because
Man,
he was an
the
upstanding
big
citizen.
boss man.
Upstanding citizen, did his job as a
He said
police
from
officer.
Cobb County, Georgia, with the fucking Confederate flag on his shit, bro. It was a different time, but
He was a
yes.
police officer who fucking hung. No, he got hung, but he go
He got hung,
talk
but
about the
you
Big
know,
Show.
like
Talk
we
about his feud with the
yes,
Big Show. You tell people who haven't seen that
man.
shit, look it up.
If you haven't seen that shit, you only remember Big Show's father died, y'all. Father passed. Big Boss Man pulled up to the fucking funeral, tied and hooked the fucking casket and pulled it off. Was Pauling and fucking dragged Paul White, the big fucking where on the fuck, bro. Come on
It
now.
was
And
bad.
then hold on. And that ain't even the worst part. He killed fucking Al Snow's chihuahua and cooked the motherfucker and fed it to him, bro.
Oh, you
Like he
straight.
should have been number 4.
He should have been
He
number
should have been number
one,
1, but the fact he died, so I don't know. You know what I mean? We got
bro. I mean,
RP Big Boss Man, man.
do
You know what I
you
mean?
open up a dictionary and you scroll to the M's, you look down and you find the word menace. There's a picture of that
Bro,
motherfucker right there.
bro, you know, he's such a menace. Undertaker tried to hang the nigga in the cage, bro. Put the hell in the cell. Come on, bro. He really
He
got
hung him.
choked in that shit too, bro. He really hung him for low key.
And
You
I
know
didn't know
what
what to think either. I seen that. Like I was like at that stage, I was like, "Oh,
I
wrestling's
was like,
fake." But like,
I was kind of, I was low key concerned, but I'm like, hell, I mean,
he deserved it a
eh?
little bit. You know, it is what it is.
You see where my moral system was at, y'all.
yeah. We're growing up. We're finding ourselves.
As a 12-year-old,
I say it all the time. I'm surprised we didn't get more messed up than what we are.
bro. And thank God, yes. Hey, we're still here today, you
Still
know.
here.
And look,
talking about wrestling. Yeah, I know, but the fact that he was, yeah, he was a police officer, and
Mhm.
which who had some sense of power, and he would do some
Yeah.
evil ass shit in the ring, and
Bro,
just
he bought a billy
nonstop.
club and he said, beat people with the shit, bro. Come on, we saw Rodney King. Get
I'm
out
sur-
of here.
I'm surprised that they let that shit happen, but that was wrestling back then.
That was wrestling.
It
Yeah.
was, but again, it's like,
Yeah.
I mean, we grow up now, and like you understand certain things you can't cross the line anymore because it's damaging to people, right? But back
Yeah.
then, people knew it was entertainment, and it was just like, hey,
That was
they're
entertainment.
doing shit. There ain't, I
It's
mean, they got a guy.
crazy to me now. Like back then, we knew it was entertainment. Now, motherfuckers think entertainment is real life, and it's crazy,
That's
bro.
a
We're
great
really
quote.
living
Yeah,
in the Matrix, bro.
we
It's
are.
crazy.
That's a great thing to say. Yeah, it's not the same. You got to be able to distinguish the difference. You got to get out. You got to take that blue pill,
Yep. Hey. Yep.
or is it
Hey.
the red pill? Shows where I'm at.
I don't know. Hey, go outside and fucking touch some grass and shit. You know what I mean?
Just to
Please.
make sure.
And yeah.
Yeah. So Big Boss Man, straight menace,
Yep.
evil. I remember some of the great
Minutes.
matches he's had. Hulk Hogan, didn't he have a? He had the first. I was about to say Hell in a Cell, but it was the cage match, or no, it was all blue and like the straight like steel
I mean, that was
cage,
the blue. Yeah, it was the
the
blue
blue
steel
one.
cage.
What would they
Yeah.
call it back then?
That was a steel cage match.
Just a
That was a
cage
steel
match, right?
cage match. That was a cage or a cage match. Yeah, I don't know if it's
He brought
steel.
the handcuffs.
It's
He would
cage.
handcuff people all the time, beat the
Handcuff people
shit out
to
of
the
them.
thing.
Man, he
Remember
was
the
a
night stick on the pole match?
yep, straight
Yeah.
menace, man.
The first person to get it, and you get to beat the person with it. Ain't that some shit?
But he was already evil as shit when he was the big boss man with the police
Yep.
officer outfit. Then he went to the corporate, and then he
Corporate.
whoo, took it to another level.
Even
That's when he
turn
became
right
evil.
another
Yeah,
level, bro. Yeah, that's what hey, that's what happens when you get money. No, but I guess when you get rich, you're in the corporate.
exactly.
You're not crazy. You become eccentric.
So the only other one that I was actually on the fence about, because I don't know. I mean, he technically turned babyface a little bit, but that was kind of like the same Stone Cold effect. But
Mhm.
for a heel, this fucking guy would put people in a body bag, like just dead. Put people in a
Taker.
coffin. Yes.
Yeah.
Buried people alive.
I got it. Yeah, timeout.
He hung Big Boss Man.
He owned Big Boss Man. Yes, honorable mention. I'll let it out.
Yeah, so Boss Man though, he was straight
Yep.
menace, and he went on a tear for sure. And we talked about Undertaker. He
Yep.
he was crazy. Like that was scary. When he first came out, he was scary as shit. There was no other heel as well. There's people who
Nah.
are bad characters, so to speak, like Kane, I guess. He
Yeah.
came out and he was he ain't good. Poor, ask
Right.
Pete Rose, he knows he ain't good. But still, I
Right.
mean, Undertaker, he was a heel, I think, at the very beginning. Then I think
Bro,
when he became
I thought.
American
Yeah.
Badass, he became a little bit better.
Yep. The
But
fact, and yeah, I think look, the fact that he's a heel, he turned. I mean, the corporate ministry.
mm-hmm, that was evil.
Vince McMahon kidnapped his own daughter, or he had Undertaker
Yeah,
kidnap his own
he set
daughter
it up.
and
He
be like,
paid
it
him. Yeah,
was me. It was me.
that
Like,
evil.
he teamed up with Vince McMahon, the most
Mm-hmm.
evilest motherfucker on the planet. On this planet. I'm scared now.
So let's do a little quick recap though. For our baby
Yeah, yeah.
faces, we had Hulk Hogan. Nope, sorry. We had John Cena.
Cena,
We had Hulk
you can't
Hogan.
see me.
Bret
Hmm.
Hart's on there. Sting's on there.
Yep.
And
I had
then
Rey Mysterio Jr.
Rey Mysterio. Was your honorable mention?
Oh, that's my honorable mention. Yeah,
Yeah,
I'm
because my
sorry. Stone Cold Steve Austin.
Stone
Stone Cold
Cold
Steve
was both
Austin,
of
number 4.
ours. And then I
Yes.
had Cody as my honorable mention.
Yep.
Then we go into heels. We both put Ric Flair. We both got
Yep.
Vince. We both
Yep.
got. Woo! My mind's going already.
Roddy Piper.
Roddy
The Roddy
Piper's on
Piper's
there.
4, right?
Yeah, Roddy Piper's
Yep.
4. And
I
3.
I I mentioned Roman Reigns.
You
I
did
don't
mention
know,
Roman
but
Reigns. And I
yep.
mentioned. I gotta look this up. This is what happens again. I mentioned in the last podcast what happens when you
We're
get
getting
old.
old, bro.
Hollywood Hogan.
Hogan. Yeah, Jesus. Yep. We did. Yep.
Honorable mention
Oh, can
again,
I?
real quick.
Randy Orton. I want to say
That
Randy Orton.
was so that okay. I had
That's my honorable.
Randy Orton, Undertaker.
The punt. The punt.
The punt was amazing. I got one more who could
Mhm.
be honorable mention, who almost might be on that list too. The Iron Sheik.
Yeah. The only reason why was he well, he beat Bob Backlund. So yeah.
Like, but he
Only reason
hated
why he
America
was a
too, though.
heel,
Right? He
but he
hated the
lived
Hulk
here.
Hogan.
Yeah,
I
that's what they
know.
say. Yeah.
But he was great,
No,
though.
but
He
he
was a
was
good heel.
great. Yep.
So,
And legit RIP Iron Sheik, man. He's a real one,
exactly.
brother. It
He
was a real
was.
one.
Big time.
Real one.
But yeah, man, I think it's a pretty good solid list for sure. I mean,
Oh
it
yeah.
was fun. More talking about it this time. We went on little tangents, but
With
next time I think
hella
we should do
tangents. So.
the managers because I think that one's gonna be hella fun because there's a lot out there who
Bro,
were
so
great.
many.
So
So
many,
many.
so many that are great, and some that you just wanted to. Woo!
That's gonna be yep.
Yeah, so we'll save it for that one. But
Mm,
again, man, this was a 2 and a crazy ass
it
2.
was a two.
Appreciate it,
All
man.